Hi guys, so we're getting ready to learn about how we can write a narrative writing introduction. So let's look at our learning target, which says I can skillfully, I want you to notice that that's in italics, write a narrative introduction that introduces a topic, characters, and or narrator. So one way to determine if your introduction is skillful or not, I have an unskillful introduction here. So it's in red. Usually red means a no-go. I want you to think about stop. So if your example, when you start writing, looks like this one, I want you to go back to the drawing board and look at our skillful example that we'll go over after we go over our unskillful. So let's look at our unskillful introduction. It says, I love the beach. I and my family went to Myrtle Beach for my birthday and it was so much fun. We went swimming in the pool, out to eat, and to the amusement park. So here we have, why is this introduction unskillful? Because the writer did establish where they were going. They established that they love the beach. They established a place, which is Myrtle Beach, and they talked about the things that they did there. So, what makes this introduction unskillful? Not the events that they talked about. Now, some of the events that they put here, like this sentence, can go in one of the body paragraphs. But we're going to talk about why this introduction is unskillful. For starters, the starting sentence does not hook the reader. We are in fifth grade. And to be good writers in fifth grade, starting our sentence, our writing off with I love the beach is not really skillful. While that may be true, you need to think about how you can introduce that topic where it's going to hook the reader and want the reader to read more. Because if you're just telling me I love the beach, that's not letting me, the reader, want to read anymore. I just think it's going to be boring. Even though your writing may be interesting from that point on, you have to be able to hook the reader when you start your writing. Another reason why this introduction is unskillful is because it talks about a family, but not the names of the family members. So when you're talking about a personal narrative, you need to make sure that you're introducing your characters. And because this is a personal narrative, which means it's not fictional, this is something true, your characters would be the people that you're talking about in the event or topic that you're discussing. Although the writer did say that them and their family were going to the beach, it didn't establish who the family was. The writer also does not establish who is talking. And I put in parentheses here the narrator. Narrator, because remember, the narrator is the person who is telling the story. It just says I. We know that it's written in first person because that's what personal narratives are written in. However, we don't know who is talking. So now let's move on to our skillful introduction. Staring ahead, seeing water for miles, and feeling the warm sand tickle my toes are just a few reasons why I love the beach. Every year, we take a family vacation, but recently we went to the beach for my birthday. My family is my sister and brother, Jarek and Evan, my mom and dad, and of course, me, Brandy. So, why is this introduction skillful? Highlight this blue so you can see it. The starting sentence hooks the reader. Same topic, different introduction. It explains why the writer loves the beach. It talks about how they can see water for miles, how they like the warm sand that tickles their toes. It explains skillfully why they love the beach. They just didn't tell me that they love the beach. Also, this introduction is skillful because it discusses the specifics of who the family is or the characters. It talks about who the family, their sister and brother, and the writer also establishes a situation or topic, which is going to the beach. And the writer did that skillfully as well. In the unskillful introduction, the writer did establish the beach. I just want to clear that. So that part was skillful, but the rest of it was unskillful. And the writer also establishes the narrator because in the end, it says, and of course, me, Brandy. Notice that it didn't say, my name is Brandy. Please don't do that. Just think about the mentor text that you read or the books that you check out from the library. It is rare, unless it's something fictional, it is rare that the author is going to, any autobiographies that you read, that it's going to say, I am Ariana Grande. Because if you look at, I think that's unnecessary. When you look at the cover, you already know who you're reading about. So establishing who you are when it's a story about you is one of those details that you don't need. So as you're writing, I want you to think about that good writers skillfully write a narrative introduction that introduces a topic, characters, and or narrator. So if you have any questions about this lesson, make sure that you post it in the discussion board that is located in our writing course. All right, thanks guys. Get to writing.